So without further ado, I would ask kindly Lars to share with us his vision on how technology is going to enable for us to shift from a treatment to a preventive mode with health data that's going to be generated in a continuous basis from the patient. Lars, please.
Thank you very much. So first of all, let me thank you, the organizers, for inviting me. So can you see my screen now? Sure. Can you see it?
Yes.
Okay, very good. So thank you again. So just to very shortly, as you see, my name is Lars Montelius. I'm not from Portugal, I'm a Swede. I'm working in Portugal now since 6 years. I'm the director for INL, which is an intergovernmental research laboratory situated in Braga, Portugal. And during these 6 years, we have grown from about 60 people to 450 people from 42 different countries. And we're really working on nanotechnology and advanced materials in many different areas. So I would just like to share with you some of these things today. So the introduction, principal introduction that was given by Esther, I think it's kind of summarized maybe in this kind of diagram in a way. You have your body, of course, which you can think like a machine, right? So it's a machine with different things happening, different processes, different interactions, very complicated. And then you have the lifestyles, of course. Before that, maybe the inputs is the food we eat, of course, the air we breathe, the light we're exposed to, the sleep we are doing, etc. Lifestyles, the way we are exercising or not exercising, if we are smoking or not smoking, etc. And then we are getting symptoms, and now we are doing the, let's call it the treatments, which is kind of focusing on the precision medicine or the personalized medicine, using, let's call it data support or big data analytics in order to be able to take more better conclusions from a large variety of people, because we're all different, right? And what people are doing nowadays is to look much more on biomarkers, not only in the healthcare sector, but also by themselves, by different things, very kind of high order, cohesive biomarkers like sleep patterns, pulse rhythm, etc., etc., which are not really very good markers or identification things. And what is happening now, if you think about society, and you think about what has happened in society, is of course that electronics, if you call it like that, has been an exponential development. So computers that costed $100,000 is what we have in our Apple Watches of today. So the cost for electronics has become ridiculously low, which means that we can make specific sensors that principally can sense all the different things. And this is happening now in industry, and this is usually called Industry 4.0, where you put sensors in all kinds of machines, even in the individual screws, that gives predictive information if you need to go and tighten the screw. You don't need people to go around and check things. It's the equipment, the machines, the society that gives you information that you need to do something. And this kind of development is now, of course, if you think maybe 5-10 years from now, you will have the possibility to have sensors in your body that will sense each individual, let's call it motor or machine or process in your body, and gives out data. And if you think about that concept, what we will have is like biodata, we've had data analytics, and we can start to do what I would say preventive maintenance. And we will start to think about that the data coming out from our bodies, we as individual people cannot interpret them, of course. So we need data analytics, we need the help of everyone in a holistic way to interpret them. But then we can start to see differences. If you change your lifestyle, if you stop smoking, you start exercising, you will see the effect on different individual machines in your body, different individual processes in your body. And this opens the perspective for something that I think is maybe one of the most interesting discussion from a, let's call it philosophical point of view, is who will own the data being generated by each individual person, and who will then own the analytics that goes back to guide this person to do different things. And this will totally change, I would say, the paradigm of healthcare and doing much more keeping people healthy instead of treating symptoms. And if you keep people healthy, you may in the future, maybe 5 years, it will not take long. I mean, it's very short, it's exponential, it goes extremely fast. you will be able to reduce the, let's call it the traditional treatment of diseases, and instead put much more emphasis on how can we actually nudge people to behave much more better and give the power to the people to take the decisions. So the data, maybe we need to come to some kind of what is sometimes called the stakeholders capitalism. It's not about the shareholders capitalism, it's about the stakeholders who will exploit the data and who will own the data, which puts effort into a new commons. I mean, a new commons of sharing data, new commons of sharing benefits. And I think I will stop by that now due to the time. So thank you, and I stop my screen.